Welcome to Things to Think About, the podcast where we will tackle real life issues, tough conversations, and personal growth. I'm Erica Zivietz, and I'm a mom, a wife, a realtor, coach, and I wear many other hats in my daily life. I'm no expert when it comes to things I'd like us to think about, but here we are. And today we're diving into a topic that doesn't get nearly enough attention: adult bullying. Yeah, we often think of bullying as something that happens in school, usually with our kids, but the truth is it follows us into many different aspects of adulthood, whether it's workplace drama, social exclusion, or constantly bringing up someone's past mistakes. Adult bullying can take many forms. But here's the thing. Why do some people insist on dwelling on things that happened years ago? And more importantly, what can we do about it? So, let's talk about it. The first thing we need to do is stop dwelling on the past. We all have things in our past that we aren't proud of. All of us. Mistakes we made, lessons we had to learn the hard way. But as we grow, we evolve. So why do some people keep bringing up the past as if we're stuck there? There's this idea that if you once have done something wrong, you can never be redeemed. But growth is a part of life. If we were the same people we were 5, 10, or even 20 years ago, that would be a real problem. And let's be honest, people who hold on to the past are usually projecting. Maybe they haven't grown themselves, so they use this as a way to remind themselves of who you used to be, to make themselves feel better. Maybe it's their own insecurities and failures that make them cling to someone else's past rather than working on their own development. Which brings me to another point. Why do some people think that they're perfect enough to judge others? I know I'm not. So what makes you so perfect? Because nobody is perfect. Nobody. And yet some people like to act like they have the right to sit on a pedestal and criticize others. Newsflash, you're not flawless either. We all make mistakes. We all have regrets. But life is about learning and doing better. If someone is constantly bringing up your past, instead of recognizing your growth, that says more about them than it does about you. And let's talk about why people might do this. Sometimes it's about power. Talking down on someone's past is a way of keeping that person in a box and making them feel small. But guess what? You don't have to stay in that box. You don't have to prove yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Instead, focus on surrounding yourself with people who recognize your growth, who cheer for your progress, and who understand that we all have our own journeys. Sounds like a great group of people to be around to me. If someone only defines you by your past, they probably don't deserve to be part of your future. So, find your group of people who cheer you on for your future and encourage you to continue to get better. Now, a lot of the times, trauma comes into play here. So, people who have been through trauma hold on to things because they don't want to see other people make the same mistakes. And that's understandable. And it comes from a place of love and pain sometimes. So in this instance, as a parent, I have children. I don't want them to go through all of the life mistakes that I have gone through. So I have empathy and I've had the pain of being through those things. I don't want them to go through that. Is it possible that they might still? Yes. And I will be there to help them through it if needed. But I would like them to not have those issues. So sometimes people hold on to their own past, because they want to make sure that it doesn't happen to you. But there's a difference between warning others and using someone's past against them. So if you're warning others by your past experiences to help them not do something, that's one thing. But if you are holding someone's past against them, that's a whole different thing. We should be helping other people heal, not reopening their old wounds. If you really want to break a cycle of trauma, we have to lead with empathy. So instead of tearing people down, we should be saying, hey, I went through this and I hope that you don't have to. That is how I want to always help lead my children, right? Healing doesn't come from holding on to grudges or keeping a score of someone's past. It comes from understanding that people can change. People change. And sometimes the best way to heal yourself is to forgive, not for them, but for your own peace. So if someone has hurt you, sometimes it's very healing to forgive them. Do you have to forget what happened? Absolutely not. Do you have to keep them in your space? No. But forgiving people so you can move on with yourself and make the progress to be successful and to continue to grow, you have to forgive people. But if people are tearing you down to make themselves feel better, they do not need to be in your circle. And that is tearing others down for your own self-gain. If you are that type of person, you are in a very toxic line of behavior. Talking about others just to get ahead, we see this in the workplace. We see this sometimes in friendships. You shouldn't be friends with those types of people, even in families, and it's damaging. Sometimes people think that making someone else look bad will make them look better. But in reality, it's only if the only way you can climb higher is to step on someone else. Are you really successful or are you just manipulative? I would go with the manipulative part if it was me. And instead of tearing each other down, we should be lifting each other up. You don't step on people to make yourself better. Success isn't a competition. It's a journey, and we can all take that journey together. It is so much more fun to be in business or on a team or something like that when you are helping each other be successful. You can be in the same line of business and be competitors with someone else and still help each other and still be successful. There's no need to step on someone else to earn business or to try and make yourself more successful. Think about it. If you spend more time talking about someone else's flaws rather than working on your own strengths, what does that say about you? Real confidence comes from self-improvement, not from belittling others. Take that time that you would be wasting on talking about someone else and put that into making yourself better. Doing self-improvement books, classes, meditation, prayer, whatever makes you feel successful and at peace, work on that instead of tearing other people down. So I'm going to throw this out there, but I'm pretty sure almost everybody on the planet deals with this in some way, shape, or form, whether it's in their job, with their family, with their friends. Sometimes, again, find new friends in business, anywhere. But I'm pretty sure everybody has gone through this. So what to do if you are experiencing this in any of those situations? So if you're experiencing what we're going to call as adult bullying, in any of those ways, you're not alone. Like I said, I'm pretty sure everybody on the planet has gone through this at some point in time. So here are some steps that you can take to protect yourself and reclaim that power back. Set boundaries. The first step has to be establishing what behavior you will and will not tolerate. If someone is constantly bringing up your past or trying to belittle you, shut it down. Shut it down. Let them know that you will no longer engage in those conversations. If someone is talking about you to other people, or they are talking about other people to you, they're sharing that with many, many other people. It's not a one and done kind of thing. Don't engage in the drama. They thrive off the drama. They thrive off of your reactions, your interactions. If you respond emotionally, it gives them power. Instead, stay calm, disengage, and refuse to feed into their toxic behavior. They love when you get worked up. Don't let them get you worked up. Seek support. If you need to vent and you're emotional, which rightfully so, talk to someone that you trust, a mentor, a friend, a spouse, or a therapist, Having a support system can help you process what's happening and can help you get that off of your chest and your mind and help you continue to grow. Now, if you can, document everything. If this is happening in your professional setting or at work, keep records of interactions, emails, messages, everything that you can find in case you need to escalate this issue somewhere else. If it is something that has gone way farther than it needs to, and you need to involve law enforcement, it is the most helpful thing to have is proof. So make sure that you are documenting everything that you possibly can. Consider speaking up. Sometimes addressing a bully directly in a firm and respectful way can make a difference. This is hard to do it in a respectful way because if you are emotional, they're thriving off of that. If you are firm and respectful and you say, I don't like this, why are you doing it? Ask those questions. Hopefully that can shut it down. But sometimes reporting their behavior to authorities or HR or some higher up is necessary. But make sure that you're focusing on your growth. The best response to bullying is success and self-improvement. So keep focusing on becoming the best version of you and don't let their negativity derail your progress. They hate when you continue to succeed when they are trying to tear you down. So keep your head high, focus on your success, focus on your strengths and continuing to grow. But you must know when to walk away. If someone is repeatedly toxic and refuses to change, it's okay to remove yourself from that situation. Leave the job. Leave the office. Distance yourself from that friend. Again, if your friends are doing this, they're not your friend. Set stronger emotional boundaries, but protect your peace at all costs. It is a priority. So take those tips, use them if you must, but I want to wrap up this whole session with a little challenge for you. And this is for if you are currently bullying someone and continuing to tear them down, or this is also for if you're not, if you are the victim of this. I have a challenge for you. If you've been dwelling on someone else's past, ask yourself why. Why are you holding on to something that no longer serves you? Someone else's life is not negatively affecting you unless they are actively involved in your life trying to hurt you. So someone else doing something is not affecting your life. What are you getting from it by keeping the negativity alive? Or is it just weighing you down? If you're out there trying to hurt somebody else, why? What is it? What good is it doing for you? And if you feel like you're the one being judged for your past, remind yourself that growth is proof that you're moving forward. Don't let someone else's judgment define who you are. You are more than your mistakes. Continue to go out there, improve yourself, and to grow. You are your lessons, your progress, and your resilience. So if anything in today's episode resonated with you, I encourage you to share it with your friends, leave a review, and let's continue this conversation. Let me know, have you been hurt by a workplace bully or a friend? Or how did you break that cycle? What helped you to get better? Let's work together to break the cycle of negativity and create a world where people are encouraged to grow and not be held back by their past. So until next time, be kind, be mindful, and most importantly, keep growing. Go out and make someone's day today, not tear them down. Thanks for listening.